In the first episode of Fake News Savannah, Marcia shares a drink with John Davis of John Davis Florist about Valentine's Day, his new shop, and just general Savannah craziness. And then, at about the 12-minute mark, she interviews Ulrick Jogn, who grew up in Hinesville and is now an offensive tackle for the Green Bay Packers, and his manager, Nick Shaffer of ASM Sports. They talk about the Ulrick Jogn Foundation and how Ulrick got to where he is today. So top off your drink and enjoy this first episode of Fake News Savannah with Marcia Bangs.
Welcome to Fake News Savannah with Marcia. I'm at John Davis Florist with the wonderfully exclusive John Davis. If you don't know him, now you do, okay? And you are really, really far behind if you don't.
I love you coming
I love you. Thank you for having a little drink. We're going to say Emily McCarthy, thank you for the glasses. Because
Yes, wow.
John usually has
A
glasses.
beer glass with like...
And a wonderful wine glass.
Etching.
This says like K or something. I don't know what
That's for Cooter Brown.
Cooter Brown.
Cooter
Welcome
Brown.
to today's show.
Welcome to the Today Show. Cheers.
Today. See, they drink on the Today Show too, so we're not that far. We're here because if you want flowers, if you want anything that's plant-based in Savannah for your house or for a present or a gift, you come to this man right here, John
I'll help
Davis.
you out.
You look, we have two of them. Really.
Okay, this is Fat John. That's Flat John.
Now, we were here at Shop Small Saturday outside having a great remote, and we twerked on the street. And I've gotten a lot of response from people from our dance on the street. Like, people come up to me and say, I saw you twerking with John Davis. And,
Okay, you taught
Did
me how to twerk. Taught me how to twerk.
Has anyone given you any compliments about it?
I never get a compliment about twerking.
Well,
maybe
we need to reverse it.
Maybe we need to practice.
Maybe.
Or you like get some
We'll
tighter clothes. You need tighter clothes. We need an effect. We need some kind of
Told me the
leather. We need
ladies
a
weren't
leather
out
effect. Yeah, the
we'll
ladies
practice.
aren't out.
Yeah, he was disappointed the ladies weren't out, but that's lip sync battle. We can't do it. We can't do it for every day. It's not everyday wear.
Taped up titties. Oh my God.
Well, thank you for having us on Valentine's Day. I have the single and alone disorder problem, which is sad. Because I'm not a Valentine's person.
Okay, so there's always the end for that person. Because we don't tell anybody. You call here, you write a card, and you end up getting flowers that said, "Can't wait for a wonderful night."
Yes!
That's it right there.
Well, now I can't do it, but the rest of you can.
I'll
That's
send you
perfect.
some and you just
That's
act
perfect.
surprised.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah.
And then the next morning,
But,
act sore.
But you do, Valentine's obviously is huge for you.
It is.
You
We love
guys
it.
do a lot of
It's fun.
But you don't do just your, these are beautiful. This is a beautiful rose Valentine bouquet, but you have such creativity with your flowers, and you really
Yeah, we do everything.
you're really getting into the decoration.
I love
of
my
it, don't you?
job. I think it shows.
Well, I've seen, one time on the show soon, we'll do a flower. We'll do an interactive, you can teach me how to do some stuff with the flowers.
You can stay here all day long. I'll teach you how
We
to be a
might
florist.
we might do that. A day in the life of a florist.
It's a day in the
I
life
like
of a
it.
florist. You're not going to believe it.
I bet I wouldn't.
Yeah, 1 hour, everybody's crying that's in here because their mama died.
Because they're my
And then the next, somebody's getting a divorce and they're sending 3 flower arrangements to all the lawyers that settled the divorce.
Yeah, you do.
It
Definitely
goes
some
from one
flowers.
extreme, and then there's a baby girl.
Oh, that's funny.
There's always something crazy.
There is always something crazy. Now, you have a wonderful flower bar, which we'll talk about. And we're doing that once a month
Yes.
on the
Fridays.
second Friday, every Friday, or first
Changes.
Friday, we don't know.
It
We're going to
changes.
change it. We're
It
going to change
changes.
it. Go to John Davis
Because
Facebook
I might
page.
be in China sometime. You never know.
I'm not touching that anymore. I'm not expanding on that. What is your favorite flower? Do you have a favorite flower
I
personally?
really like sort of tropical stuff that you don't get around here. That you like feel like, oh, I'm on vacation when I get a
Okay.
flower arrangement.
Okay.
The cool stuff like from Costa Rica, tropical things.
I lived in Costa Rica.
You did.
I did. They have
When
beautiful
they
flowers in
you're
Costa
married.
Rica. No, I wasn't married
You
in
weren't
Costa
married
Rica.
then?
No, I was married before Costa Rica. But we're talking about flowers.
Oh my gosh, what do you do in Costa Rica?
I ran a restaurant and a bar.
I knew it was going to
Oh!
be. I knew it. Cheers.
Cheers. So you know me so well, John. I love it. Now, how long have you been? How long have you
Since
had
I was
those?
18 years
18
old.
years old, and
Yes.
you you really do love it, which I think is terrific.
Okay, I just got into it from a weird way because my dad died. We wanted to put flowers on his grave. I'd always go to the florist down the street. Half the time they were never ready. I understand why now. Now that you own a florist, you know why they're not ready half the time.
Yes.
Because they're crazy busy. So I would put them together and they were like, wow, that's nice. Can you do that for us sometime? And I did for a couple of months and then I said, I'm doing this myself.
That's cool.
So
That's really, really cool.
High school was barely for me. College was not for me.
Yeah, I didn't have a great time in high school.
And I had a great mother. She paid for any education. She lucked out with me.
Well, and she gets flowers, I'm pretty sure, a lot of days out of the week. Great. We're here on Abercorn Street at 41st.
Right on the corner.
Right on the corner. And how long have you been in this location?
32 years.
Okay. And then we just reopened the front part.
Yes.
A couple months, about 6 or 7 months ago.
From the crazy fire.
We had a crazy fire, so that's Savannah's known for crazy fire, so they come after the Savannahs.
Okay, but it's not Jewish lightning.
No.
Well, there's no lightning involved. There's a heater upstairs.
Well, so we're happy to have you back in the storefront.
It's fun.
It's so beautiful.
More people walk in the door that say, "Oh, I haven't been in here." Look, we've been here forever.
I know, and that's the Savannah way too. My gosh, people tell me all the time. I can't believe somebody doesn't know I'm here.
Okay, but all my old friends walk in the back. I mean, old ladies. They walk in the back. They step over everything. They just got to get right to me to talk. It's the one that they even made it. We've only had one insurance claim of a lady running from the dog. I'm thinking, oh my gosh.
Well, see, I come in the front door, but I go straight to the refrigerator and get myself a glass of wine, and then I start shopping around for flowers. So we have a lot of
flower
fun.
bar is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy it, come by, have a drink. You don't have a drink,
we'll get one for you.
Your drink is free, but you gotta buy some daggone flowers.
Yeah.
Don't just come
in here and get some wine.
The mission's down the street, but I don't want them all coming here getting free wine. They gotta buy some flowers.
You know who you are too. We know who you are. You know who you are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some flowers today.
You can't say those names out loud.
Well, we'll talk about them later. That's because it's fake news, Savannah. That's what we'll do.
It's the real news of fake news.
Real news happens after the show. So now you are wonderfully married.
I am.
And how long now?
May 28th will be 2 years.
2 years. I was gonna say I didn't think it was quite over 2 years.
Wow.
Look, you got that right too. That's all. I didn't even tell. I don't even know.
Yeah, 236 days, 11 hours, and 36 minutes.
All right, now we don't know that. That's a little much, but that's okay. Look.
I got the Savannah crud. I'm so sorry.
Oh, great. Thanks for sharing that with me before.
Case for crud.
So now, did you do the flowers for your wedding?
Yes.
So, you had a lot of work to do then for.
And then my good friends got married right before me, Brooke and Abby.
Okay. The day of or the day before? The same day as you?
No, they got married on Friday. I got married on Saturday. So I had to do all their stuff. And then I had to go help do all my stuff. I was pretty good.
Well, you're a perfectionist, so it probably takes you a little, or maybe it's faster because
I'm not a perfectionist.
No, you kind of are. You want to, your stuff is gorgeous, so you're
just
that good.
And I just throw it together, and I like the way it looks.
That's good. That's what we like about it.
Yeah, I create stuff.
Obviously, where did the buy flowers come from? Because any email you get from John, any text you get from John, after he coughs, he says it.
Stop!
Buy flowers. So when did that kind of start? Or has that always kind of been your tag?
No. Okay, I'm not a computer person.
Okay.
So I did Facebook.
Okay. This is pretty good, I have a feeling.
I think Holly and my nephew. Sorry.
No, you're fine. And I can talk.
Holly and my nephew started. I don't know how it was. People were calling here asking why I wouldn't be their friend. And I'm like, the crap.
On Facebook.
I had no idea. Okay, so I called it Your Face forever. Because there was like Yearbook or something. And there's like, what was it called? My Face. What's the other one called?
Oh, MySpace.
MySpace. So
we take it back to MySpace.
So now I put it with My Face. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to be on My Face right now.
That's so funny.
But it was really Facebook.
And nobody knew where you were.
And nobody knew what was
happening. And then they called the store to complain because you wouldn't friend them.
Yes.
Do they ever call now when you defriend them? Or do you just not even deal with it anymore?
Well, I have 5,000 friends, so if you don't like me, I really want you to get off of there. Because I have some real good friends.
Let's help John push some space out, people. Let's go.
Yeah, if you don't like me, if you don't care for things I say, then
you really got a problem with John.
Yeah, if you got a problem with me, you're missing out.
You know what? Same goes for me. I think y'all already defriended me, though. It's okay.
I can't even know. Oh my gosh, I've had people defriend befriend me that I didn't know they befriended me. I'm like, I'm so sorry, you didn't hurt my feelings because I don't care.
What's great is you give people flowers for their birthday. And on Facebook, when I see it's somebody's birthday on Facebook, I go to the list, and if it's somebody that I really don't, I'm like, I'm not really friends with them. I'm like, happy birthday, friends. So see, I help them clear their space up, because I'm like, we're not even really friends anymore. So, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
That's my little birthday tradition. Happy birthday,
I have
everybody.
way more than 5,000 friends that I like, but I can't put them all on Facebook.
Well, no, because they stop you at like 5,000. They're like, yeah, you didn't get more than 5,000. They don't believe you. See, they think you're like a
fake
business.
news, like fake friends. I don't want fake friends on there.
Right. So get off John's Facebook.
Get
We're gonna clean it out this weekend. That's what we're gonna do. Now, I have to ask, because you were front and center for the Savannah lip sync battle competition.
Okay, I wasn't front and center.
Well,
I was on the side.
oh, when I saw you, you were front and center.
Like, I'm going to support this. We like these people. And when we got there, we're like, oh my God, it was so good.
That's testimony.
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh, it was so
when
good.
I got done with my routine, and I was looking at the pictures, I was like, you are like right there, and you're like, and I was like, yeah, that's John.
Oh my gosh, we thought you were going to rip your clothes off.
Well, I did threaten a couple times. It's my birthday.
Okay, your boobs stayed
So
in
I
your
told him,
dress.
I
We were
know.
like, Jennifer was like, wow.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that's Amazon bra. There was a heck of bra, and one tape on each side. That was it. The ladies, they were good.
Amazon bra?
Yeah, I got a bra off of Amazon. It was like really
Amazon
low.
makes bras.
Amazon sells bras. I don't think they make bras. They sell them, but maybe they do. Look, I mean, buy local. I'm not trying to, but y'all didn't have a plunge bra in Savannah locally, so that's what I needed. So, but thank you for coming. We had a good time. Ryan's giving me a rolling signal. This means wrap it up. So let's say hi to Ryan while he's
Hi, Ryan.
So Valentine's Day.
Ryan wants a new jogging bra.
Can people still get flowers from you for Valentine's Day? This is airing.
You can get flowers all the way up to Valentine's.
How crazy are you on Valentine's Day?
It is crazy. So just because you order first thing Valentine's, that doesn't mean you get yours first that day, because probably 400 other people called before you did. So
are you just empty on after that? Or like, is it? Do you have to like totally restock all the flowers?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well,
it's like everybody took everything home with them.
We'll go buy flowers. Get off of John's Facebook. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do an interactive flower day with you.
Yes.
And I thank you so much for being on Fake News. Savannah with Marcia.
Love
you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Buy flowers.
That was John Davis of John Davis Florist. Now, Ulrick John of the Green Bay Packers, originally from Hinesville, Georgia.
I am here with Ulrick John from the Green Bay Packers. That is your name, correct, sir?
Yes.
Great, thank you. And Nate Shaffer with ASM Sports Management, who is his amazing manager, and they are working together to promote and do some great fundraising for the Ulrick John Foundation. Is that correct?
It is correct.
Okay, so he told me he was only going to say yes or no, so I'm being funny. And you were in town this week. You had a great meet and greet at PS Tavern. We'll give a shout out to them, Paisley and Scott Minsel. We love them down on Bay Street. And they're like kind of the unofficial Green Bay Packer bar in Savannah. If you come to Savannah, you need to know about them.
Yes.
And so did you sign a lot of books the other day? Like what do you, when you just sign autographs, do you just do your name? Or do you do with
my
love?
name and my number.
Ooh,
and then if
I like
somebody
it.
requests me to put their name on it, I'll be like, yeah, what book that goes.
Okay, so it's nothing like
Yeah.
reach for the stars.
Very few people that I'll put like a message to.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah.
That's not, you don't have that one?
No,
Okay.
I don't know that.
And then ESPN Radio was there too, so we want to thank everybody for that. So now, tell me the basis of your foundation. What you're doing work for individuals who have disabilities.
Yeah, developmental disabilities. And we're basically just trying to give back to them and, try to make it to where they have more opportunities to achieve what they want in their life.
That's very cool.
And so, Nate approached my mom, and then she approached me about.
Oh, mom, gosh. Oh, you got you stacked up mom. That's good.
Right.
That's a good decision there, Nate. Let me just go to mom.
So,
that's amazing.
he approached me about it, and I felt like it was a good thing to do, and that was my idea, what I wanted to do.
Yeah, great.
Because growing up, I always had a relationship with a bunch of people with developmental disabilities. So it was really cool to get that started and off the ground.
Very cool. And you are, I don't know what I was going to say, so you're going to have the part on. I had a question that I lost. This was I was gonna say. So if you don't know, Ulrick is from Hinesville. So you heard of Hinesville, Georgia, which is Liberty County. I don't know why it's Liberty County, but it and you were the first person. I mean, you're still the only person, right? Is there anybody else drafted? There's somebody else from Hinesville?
Yep, Raekwon McMillan drafted second round last year.
See, these are the things you learn on the Marcia show.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a lot of football talent coming out of Hinesville, Georgia. So keep that in note. So you were first drafted to whom?
The Indianapolis Colts.
And how long were you there?
I was there for about a year and a half.
Okay. And we were talking earlier about some of the places you lived. I didn't ask you about Indiana. How was Indianapolis? Was it cold? You liked it? Was it active? Was it a good scene?
Yeah, I liked Indianapolis a lot. So my first year I was on IR, so I wasn't doing a whole lot. Most of my day was working out, treatment, and then I would stay around for meetings just because it was my rookie year. So they wanted me around to like learn everything, like how everything works.
How good are you at memorizing plays? Like, is that?
That
that has to be hard, obviously. Sure, that's your job.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
I've learned a new playbook every year I've been in the league.
Gosh, I guess so because you've been from Indianapolis. You went to
Miami. Yeah.
And we were talking. You did like the uniforms at Miami.
Yeah, I did.
See, we talk about the important things because these are the questions I want to know. So, and obviously Miami's a great place to live. You probably had a good time there
it was
too.
fun there.
And then you went to Arizona, correct? And you were there for a couple of years. You said
I got to Arizona probably week 4 of my 3rd year in the league. And I was there for the rest of the season, started 3 games while I was there, and then got hurt again. That was fun. And then
it's always fun to get hurt.
And then was there this past preseason, made the team week 1, but then we had a bunch of injuries, so they had cut me to bring more guys in to fill in those spots. Okay. And then I think week 4, Green Bay called me and picked me up off of practice squad.
That matches the research that I did on the internet, so I think you're pretty accurate about that. That sounds good. How excited were you to go to Green Bay? Was it?
I was really excited just because of like the legacy with that team, like see it winning and stuff, playing with Aaron Rodgers, Clay Matthews, all those guys. I thought it was really cool to be able to be around them and just see how things work in an organization that's like used to winning and having winning seasons every year.
Yeah, very cool.
We were also struck with the injury bug there.
We haven't heard from the Cardinals in a little while.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who the Colts were. No, just kidding. Just kidding, in case we get some other players. Okay. And your birthday was this weekend, so happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
I celebrated mine at the lip sync battle competition.
Oh goodness, happy belated birthday
Marcia
to you.
show
That's
as
right.
well. Yeah, I know. So where did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you guys hang out for the Super Bowl?
We did not
Hang out with Nate that much.
I was in Hinesville on Super Bowl Sunday, which was funny because I was actually speaking to his mom about upcoming events for the Jogn Foundation. But I was actually doing my taxes with my accountant on my birthday, and that's what everybody said. So all the birthday wishes I got were, "What are you doing on your birthday?" And I said, "I'm actually doing my taxes," and I got that response from everybody. So
government refund. That's
right.
what I'm doing.
And then when I got home around 5:00 that evening, Super Bowl was on, and I made myself stay up because it was just a long weekend with everything we'd done with the foundation, and then
partying for your birthday.
Yeah, that's right. And so I at halftime after I watched the commercials, I went straight to bed. So that was my exciting Super Bowl.
Where did
Sunday.
you watch Super Bowl? Home.
Yeah, I was at home with my family.
Do you like watching Super Bowl? I mean, obviously you're going to be there someday. We're going to talk about. We're going to talk with you again. This is the setup to get him back when he wins the Super Bowl and has the ring. But do you watch much football when it's not your team or playing or just?
Yeah, I enjoy watching playoffs. If my team if we don't make playoffs, I enjoy watching other teams play, just see how everything pans out.
I really don't like the sports announcers at all for the Super Bowl. I don't know how they got their job, but I'd like to throw the hat in. But they kept referring to basketball references for these plays a lot. So did you find some of the sneaky plays from the back of the book that they were talking about interesting? Or
I think a lot of times I kind of zone them out just because when
you probably like everybody else on their phone. They say all the millennials watched on their phones. That's probably
when
what
I watch
you're doing.
film, we don't have sound on our film.
Right.
So I'm used to like not hearing anything, and I'm kind of like studying what everyone's
That's funny.
doing.
Okay, well, good. Turn your TVs down and follow his lead. The announcers are not good, guys. So what made you go after his poor mother?
I've known his family for several years. They're from the Hinesville market. I lived out in Glenville for 14 years. And his mom and me are both bankers. His mom's a banker.
Cool.
So we've always had that networking through banking ties and everything. And then, of course, when I started ASM with my two other partners, it just basically came to where it's like, okay, I really want to work with athletes that are from this area because I want to showcase Georgia and the coastal empire. And you know what better name than Ulrick, Jogn?
Well, we want to know. We want to know these guys are coming out
That's right.
of the low
That's
country.
right.
We need more of it. So.
We do need more.
I also want to know when they come into the low country. And there was some event, and there were a bunch of football players. I was unaware of it. Nate knows better, so next time, anytime a football player goes to the city, I get to know about them.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about ASM.
Sure. ASM is a sports consulting company, and basically what we do is when we meet with professional athletes, we sit down with them and we talk about their life when it started in professional athletes and what their future plans are going to be. And ASM complements the athlete, and we try to fulfill their legacy in life during their professional career and the afterlife. We set up partnerships, foundations, we seek donations. With both Ulrick and the other athlete that we actually represent, we try to find something that will help them during the career. So like with Ulrick, what we're looking for is we obviously want to look for a commercial deal for Ulrick. So we want to get him in the commercials, and then obviously we're starting to look at clothing lines. So we're looking at a clothing line for him to actually have something to continue during his afterlife of football. And all that's in the works right now. But basically what we do is we get their names out there. Right now we got approved through the city of Hinesville for Ulrick being the first NFL draftee. So the city's approved signage to go up in the Hinesville market. We're just fighting the DOT right now, which is always a heartache. But I mean, we're in the process of working with DOT to get those signage up in Hinesville. So I always believe that it's going to say home of Ulrick, John, NFL's first draftee. But
that's awesome. I love it.
We like to basically wherever that athlete's from in that town, we want to give back to that area, so they're highlighted. And I think with Hinesville having Fort Stewart, having a big name like Ulrick John come from there, it's just it's phenomenal. So.
That's really, really cool. I love that. There's also I can speak properly today. There's an N Ulrick John Day, May 10th.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What are we doing in Hinesville on Ulrick John Day? I want to know. You're going to get it here. What are we doing?
You're going to forget about me.
Oh, contrary. I think you do not know me well enough to.
No,
I want to, what kind of, activity are we doing?
There's no, activities.
You should dunk it in the dunk tank.
But it was just something that came about after I got drafted. I guess I thought it was a pretty good idea to get something like that since I was the first draft pick out of Hinesville.
You're way too monotone about this. I'm like, Marcia Bates? And now we're setting stuff up.
Don't worry. When
Give me some
when
signs.
first told me about it, I was like, oh, we need to do
Okay.
this.
What happens on Ulrick John
Right.
Day?
Yeah.
We just keep adding on to your signs. We'll just put links on them and be like, and he did this, and he did this. That's really cool. We've got some events coming up we talked about, so we're gonna be watching you. I'm not gonna forget about you. We're gonna be watching you. We're gonna be working with our show and promoting it and things like that. I want to give a shout out to Vaden.
Vaden Nissan of Hinesville.
Hinesville.
Hinesville, yep, they're a big partner with Ulrick, and they've done a phenomenal job with partnering with our foundation. They'll be at every event that we have, along with Nike. Nike's also one of our other partners. So everything we do, we have those two that will always follow us on the foundations and the events, and they'll be there to support us in any way that they can. But yeah, the folks from Vaden Nissan of Hinesville has been phenomenal to us.
It's really cool. They're great people, and they do a lot
we
for the
like
community
them.
too, so we're happy to. And we'll be bringing you some other maybe sponsors if you want to sponsor.
We definitely need more
sponsors. If you
sponsors.
want to have an event or you want to fundraise,
That's
you know
right.
that we're fundraisers here. So, what song did you lip sync to in high school?
I will always love you.
He's a man after our own heart. We love him so much. Do you guys Have anything else you want to talk about before we go that I forgot to talk about? Any more yes or no questions? We'll say hi to your amazing wife. Sorry you can't play sand volleyball in Wisconsin. Come back and we'll hang out with you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and interview with us, and we had some shuffling today, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for doing what you do. We're excited to. I'll come up with some stuff for Ulrick Day.
Okay.
I'll run it past Nate. We'll talk about some activities, maybe some sack races. Yeah. I don't know. It could be.
That's right.
We can have a good event. And thank you, as always.
No worries.
We've gotten a second chance to interview you, and we'll have you back again.
Great. We love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been the first episode of Fake News Savannah with Marcia Baines. This show is produced and recorded by Social Sandcastle for all your digital marketing and content creation needs. Check us out at socialsandcastle.com. Have a good week.